Hey, it's Adrian, and I want to talk about podcasting today. And really, I want to talk about the power and the challenge of the internet. So, if you're a podcaster, or maybe you're thinking about starting podcasts, it seems like podcasts are one of the big things that everybody's going crazy about these days. I want you to take a guess. What do you think is the median number of downloads that each podcast episode receives across all the podcasts out there? What do you think it is? 1,000? 2,000? 500? What do you think it is? I'll wait a second, let you take a guess. The answer really surprised me. The median number of downloads per podcast episode is 124. 124 people on average listen to your podcast. So if you're starting this podcast with grandiose dreams, it absolutely could happen for you. The top 1% of podcasts get 35,000 downloads per episode, which even that was a little bit surprising to me that was as small of a number as it was in terms of reach per episode. But if you're starting a podcast, the odds are that you're going to be a lot closer to 124 downloads per episode than it is that you're going to be to the 35,000 number. And the reality is that over half of podcasters out there have less than 124 per episode people listening to that podcast. And so what's the lesson? That's not to discourage you. The point of making that and sharing that with you is that anything that we do, there's always this sort of lure, podcasts, TikTok, Clubhouse, all this sort of new hotness out there, whatever it is that's the flavor of the week. So much energy goes into this idea that somehow I'm going to get lucky and it's going to sweep me away and I'm going to turn into this sensation. And those overnight successes usually aren't overnight successes. Usually those overnight successes are a accumulation of years and years and years and years of work, even if they weren't on that platform, that finally paid off because they kept showing up consistently. And I just think that's such an important thing for all of us as business people, as creators, as people trying to go out there and make an impact in the world, to realize that it takes time. Occasionally people get lucky. Occasionally it happens much faster than the norm. But for almost all of us out there, it just takes more time. And that's okay. It just requires patience. It requires fortitude. It requires commitment. And so if you're thinking about, how do I stand out on these platforms? How do I make more of an impact? What I would tell you is that so much of the success that you will create on any of these platforms is less about becoming a viral sensation, and it is more about the individual conversations and connections that you create on those platforms. And I see so many people out there in the world who are so busy trying to get 1,000 people to watch their thing or 10,000 people to watch their thing that they ignore the first 100 that could have been the people that were your true fans, that wanted to help you, that could open a door for you, and that could allow you to get to that place. So don't get so focused on the huge payday up here that you miss out on the things that are going to get you there step by step along the way. And that's really where I think contact mapping is such an important supplement to these platforms, is that the way that you do that is you create connections with those people who start showing up on your stuff along the way. You make a connection with DeFessio. You make a connection with Becca. You make a connection with the people who are hanging out with you and who are taking their time out of their day, like Lorraine, to spend some time with you. And you love them along the way, because what happens is that they keep showing up. They tell their friends because they feel like they belong. And suddenly that snowball happens. And then suddenly you put something out awesome and it explodes because you put in that work. And so contact mapping is really purpose built to help you love those people that are part of that journey with you, that are going to carry you to the greatness that you're destined for. And so if that resonates for you, if you want to be better about carrying these relationships and bringing people with you so that you can build towards success the right way, in an authentic way, I want to invite you to come and check that out with us. So all you need to do, if you go to contactmapping.com/free, you can go and get a free version of the app, no credit card required. You can see what this is about. But here's the thing I really want you to do. I want you to plug in with us. I want you to send me a message and let me know you did that, because we are committed to helping you to go on this journey and to get you where you want to go. And the app is only a tiny fraction of that journey. It's really about what you do with it, and I will show you how. So just send me a message. I'll help you get there from here. I so appreciate you spending some time with me today. Love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.